Good morning, Infinity. Good morning. I'm Jeff Obafemi Carr. I'm the Chief Spiritual Officer here at the Infinity Fellowship. And y'all, it's time to come on home. It's time to welcome you into the space today, as it is a special fifth Sunday. The fifth Sunday is usually when people visit, so I want to welcome all of our first-time visitors in advance today to the Infinity Fellowship. It's also a special day because we get to pay tribute to our Queen Mother, my biological mother, Queen Mother Catherine Carr. So for all of you who decided to stop by today for Sunday service, we're going to have a great time celebrating the energy of the elders, celebrating the divine wisdom, sharing your standing ovations, continuing to pour into you spiritually in the way that we do here at the Infinity Fellowship every single week. So we're excited to have you with us. We invite you to join us in the space. We invite you to text a friend. We invite you to like the page if you are on Facebook, to hit that little subscribe button if you are watching on YouTube, and of course, gather the family together for Sunday service at the Infinity Fellowship. We're delighted to have you today. We'll see you on the other side in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, Infinity. We welcome you into the sacred space today. We welcome you into this morning's service with thanksgiving, and we welcome you into this space with gratitude. As we begin to adjust and align our vibratory space today for Sunday service, we invite you to approach it with a meditative space. So bring it down, bring the energy down. Bring yourself into a quiet space. Slow down the breathing, just like that. Take a deep breath in, hold it there for a second and pause it in gratitude. Then exhale and just let it go with a big sigh. Give another deep breath like that. Pause and hold it. Relax your shoulders, relax your chest. Exhale and let it all go. And now as you breathe in and out through your nose in this moment of stillness, we invite you to recognize a very simple and yet profound concept. And that is that you are breathing today. That means that you are in the land of the living. That means that you are in your physical body today, present, excited, and mostly grateful. We are grateful that we are able to breathe in this space today. So as you continue to just enjoy the process of inhaling and exhaling, I want to gift that to you for the rest of today's service. And yes, even for the rest of the day and the rest of the week, the rest of your life. When we find ourselves in a space of unsurety, when we find ourselves in a space of sadness, when we find ourselves in a space of misalignment, we can simply inhale, pause, and exhale to bring ourselves back into the space of stillness. I invite you to close your eyes at this time, to bow your head, and to open your heart as we begin infinity by pouring energy into realignment toward manifestation. If you want to remember that, just think of the acronym PERM. It is the way we affirmatively pray in this space. We pour our energy into realignment for manifestation. And so we tap into the sacred space. We tap into the divine space now. And I encourage us all to begin, as we are still breathing slowly, to connect to the God of our acceptance and understanding. Does that power have a name? Does that power have a face? Does that power have a cultural designation? Is that force, is that source of the universe so powerful that it cannot be named singularly? Whatever it is for you, tune into it now. Open your heart. Feel that divine love. We acknowledge the presence in the awareness of the good right now. Father and Mother God, we speak your presence in this space today. We speak it in a place of acknowledgement that you have always been here. You exist in our hearts, you exist in our mind, you exist in our body, you exist in our consciousness. And every single day that we are able to get up and go about the task of the day, we are infecting change in the world. We are effecting change in the world. We are affecting change in the world. We are being the living fingers in the hand of God. We thank you for your presence in this divine space, and we thank you for the opportunity to learn lessons gleaned from our wonderful Queen Mother, Catherine Hayes Carr. We speak her name today. We speak her memory today. And we give thanks on behalf of the Infinity Fellowship today, as this was one of the spaces that she graced on a regular basis, from the time that it was an unrealized vision to the time that it was manifest reality. She stayed with us every step of the way. Many families she prayed through difficult times. Many people she gave comfort to in times when they were low. Many people she brought joy to when they needed it. Many people she brought positivity to when people were leaning in toward the negative. She was the needle that moved us to the other side. So we give thanks today. We know that her divine example and her lessons as she is now existing with you, as she is now floating and ascending and flying with the ancestors, that even now we are having more power in our lives. We are having more access in our lives. We are having more blessings from the divine in our lives because we had an opportunity to know her and to love her in her 93 years of living. We give thanks to her energy in this space today. We give thanks for her example today. We give thanks and comfort to those who are needing comfort today. We speak healing for those who came today in need of healing. We speak community for those who come to infinity to find that glue that holds us together as humanity. We give thanks today for this opportunity to celebrate on this fifth Sunday the awesome life and legacy of our Queen Mother, and to glean these ancient wisdom secrets that she lived day to day. We give thanks for the memory and the passing of Sister Dr. Jamie Coleman Williams at 103 years old, a cornerstone of the AME Church and tradition, professor at Tennessee State University, Wilberforce graduate, who changed so many lives that we cannot continue to count. We are so thankful to be able to manifest the spirit of these ancestors today. We're so grateful to be able to pass this information to children, to families, that we might learn something that will heal us. And finally, we're so grateful to be alive today. We're so grateful to have a second chance. We're so grateful that the sun rose on the eastern horizon and that it sets on the west. We're so grateful right now for an opportunity to live and walk in divine purpose. And so we speak that something is said today in the service, something is shared, something is sung, something is realized in a standing ovation of affirmation that reminds us that we are always loved and covered by you. And this is indeed the miracle of life. For these things and others we cannot put into words, we simply say thank you, and we are ever grateful. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. It is done. We are grateful today in the space to stand at the altar at infinity, a divine altar that is consciously dedicated to what we call the four elements: the fire, the water, the air, and the earth. This is an acknowledgement that all of creation is always working together for the good. That all things, through the space of thought, through the space of meditation, yes, through the space of chaos, eventually creates divine order. And in that divine order, there is an acknowledgement of the one creator who is perceived by many different names and yet known by only one energy. From that space, there is an acknowledgement of the cosmic forces that you and I have no control over. We don't control the sun on the plants or the rain on our gardens. We acknowledge that they all work together for the good. In that space, there is also the essence of who we truly are. I don't mean you and me walking around in these earth suits. I mean the life force that animates these earth suits. Because these suits are just what we're wearing while we're here on this side of life. When this suit can no longer hold us, We move to the place of life after life. This is the place that we acknowledge them in our service. Every single Sunday, we pour our libations to the ancestors because we recognize that this side is not the end. It's only the beginning. And we carry with us the memory of those who have come before. And in that memory, we have strength. We have generational wisdom. We have power. We have inspiration and motivation. And so I invite you into this process of pouring libations. We pour into the earth because this is where we emerge from, and it's where we will return to in our earth suits. Yet we pour with water because water represents the life force, and it is symbolic because everything in creation needs water to live. So as we pour this energy out, we embrace the forces. We embrace the power. We embrace the connection with gratitude. And so I invite you in this moment, since we are not in person, I invite you to pour libations in your own space. If you have a plant, you can pour there. If you don't have a plant, you can call the names aloud of your people. If you aren't calling your names aloud, you can type them into the chat box. Let's call on their names in this moment, because by calling on their names, we connect that circle of divinity. We use the Yoruba word ashe, which simply means, and so it is. It means spirit. It means a proclamation of what will manifest. That's what we do here. So we say, cool water, freshen our spirits today, ashe. Freshen and consecrate this spiritual house, ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors, ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, and divine creation, ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, ashe. And so we pour today to the energies of the north, the south, the east, and the west, ashe. We pour to the energies of the ground below us, ashe. To the energies of the skies above us, ashe. And to the sixth direction in the Lakota people's tradition. That sixth direction is the direction that intersects all of the other five. And that is the center space in the human body. It is the space of the heart. In the Sanskrit language, it is the chakra, the wheel of life called anahata. It is the heart space. It is the space of the green energy of life and love. And we pour in connection with your people, ashe. We pour to the energies of Queen Mother Catherine Hayes Carr, ashe. To the energies of Dr. Jamie Coleman Williams, ashe. To the energies of Queen Mother Bernice Brunson, ashe. Queen Mother Zuli Ursary, ashe. Queen Mother Dorothy Smith, ashe. We pour to the energies around the world. Whatever culture you are from, whatever ethnic group you claim, whatever shade of skin color you think is good for you, whatever construct you speak through and to the world through, we speak the blessings upon you that your ancestors have placed. Ashe. And to the children in the world, womb, and yet unborn, we speak. Ashe, ashe, asheo. And so it is done. Ashe. Good morning, Infinity. All right, we're going to say it at home. Look, we're going to say it like you all are in this space wherever you are in the world. We're going to say it like there are thousands of people all around the world who are responding in this divine energy today. It's a great and awesome day to be alive. We are now sacredly in the space. We are feeling the love vibration. So get your family together, give them high fives, and respond to this. Good morning, Infinity. Yes, I see Sister Kenetha's in the back there saying good morning. And we're going to sing the good morning song to you in a moment. This is the time where we generate gratitude at Infinity. If you're a first timer, you better go on and jump on in this gratitude right now. It's really, really simple. We're going to sing a song called Good Morning to You. And during that song, you're going to type something in the box that you're grateful for. Let us know who you are. Let us know where you're beaming in from today, and give us one thing that you are grateful for. One thing. I dare you to participate in this exercise. I dare you to feel the love of Infinity Fellowship coming into your life. I dare you to acknowledge the infinite love that God has for you by calling you to show up today and to feel good and to be grateful to be in this body, in this world, affecting change. I speak it in your life today that you will participate in a powerful way, and we're going to have a stream of gratitude today. Sister Kenetha, we ain't got all the voices here today. We got you here today. We got the energy around the world here today. Yes. But we got Fifth Sunday today. So we got time to put your gratitude into the universe. So we want you to do, you got the assignment? Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're looking at us from, and give us one thing that you're grateful for. One thing I'm going to give you from the get-go before we start singing, because we want you to sing along with us. So before we even get the music going, I'm going to give you one thing that we're grateful for today. Last night, we're grateful for the Stewart family. Yeah. Latia, David, everybody. Mama, we love y'all. And we love you, Infinity. I'm going to tell you, I'm grateful for you all, Infinity Fellowship. You know, the transition of Mama, come on now. She's a cornerstone. You're going to get one. We're celebrating that today. If you look right here, right there on there, that's my mom. That's Queen Mama right there in the corner. We got her framed in the corner. She's going to be looking at us the entire time. So we grateful for you, Mama. You're going to be looking at us the entire time here during Infinity. And we're here. We feel your presence in the space. And Sister Latia, Brother David, and the entire family, they brought food over. Those of you who have checked in with us with Infinity, sent us emails, sent us texts from all over. We're just grateful. And she brought us over the original OG T-shirts last night. And she brought us the original OG T-shirts for the whole family that were custom made with Mama. And look, she brought I don't know how you knew this, Tia, because you're from St. Louis, but she knew to bring us the South Nashville style T-shirts from out south, and even made us some medallions. Look at the kids in here. I'm gonna see if I can get close, Tony, and see if it doesn't go in focus. Look at that. That's that OG T-shirt right there. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That RIP. That's Grammy. Look at that. Rise, Mama, rise. And then on top of it, I'm leaning in. She made us those OG medallions with the Queen Mother in them. So we got bling with angel wings. You know, for y'all, for people who don't understand that, who can't stay connected, right, in that grassroots way. Come on, girls. Y'all gonna sing today? These are granddaughters. Y'all know Kai, Kamaria Catherine, named after her grandmama. And they're here. They're gonna celebrate. They're going to sing with us today. Got his shirt on and over there at the back. Daniel's back there running. Give thanks to Brother Daniel, who's running our audio today and our stream. Our son, another grandson running that. Joshua is in quarantine right now, getting well, because making sure he stays well. So he's got his. He is in the space today. And we've got Jamoke. We got one for Jamoke. And Brother Tony's in the house running our stream, and we're just giving thanks today in this awesome space. And look, I told people last night, they said, oh, you got those bling wings on for Grammy. I said, y'all don't know where they got it. Look behind my head. Y'all see the sun disk? The ancient sun disk from the ancient temples? Where y'all think all of this came from? Where do y'all think the symbol on your Chrysler Pacifica came from? Where do you think the symbol on your Bentley came from? Where do you think those wings came from? They all came from that ancient space of divine spirituality. So we're celebrating with the bling today. We're ready to say good morning to you. The song is simple. It just says good morning to you. And we sing it all together. Girls, y'all gonna grab a mic back there? Got one for you. Come on. To you. Good Share with us in the chat. We'll get with you. Come on, let's rock it today. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 da. A da 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 da. A da 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 da. Good morning, good morning to you. A good morning to you, and you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. Come on, y'all. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. A da 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 All right, y'all. So we got some good mornings. They're rocking and rolling back there in the back. What a great moment to be around and to feel that energy coming in. I saw one of the comments that said, when I stepped forward, that some things went out of focus. And then another comment said, the only thing in focus was the picture of Mother Carr. How about that? Focus was on the picture. I saw you, Terrell. That's right, because that's where the energy is today, y'all. Good morning to you. Thank y'all, Cars. Thank y'all. Good morning. Your Grammy would be absolutely proud. She loves y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all feeling it. Y'all feeling it. Way to do that. So we're going to share this gratitude with y'all. Let's look and see what you're grateful for in the space today, Tony. What we have some folks in the place. Brother Earl is in the house today. Brother Earl says, greetings, Infinity, from Baltimore, Maryland. Sending much love to the Carr family. Ashe. May Mother Carr rest in peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. What a moment of gratitude. We've got some stories to tell today in the space as well. We've got energy in the house today from from Lena. Yes. The only thing in focus is the picture of Mother Carr. Good. We're back in focus now, but right then, the focus was the picture of Mother Carr. And I would go right back to another picture. Let me see if I can step back to this side. See if we got that over here. You got us on this shot? How about that? Get some, mama. Get some, mama. I love it. Mom got the OG, but they gave mama the Tupac wings. I love it. Mama would have loved that. She would have said, yep, I'm in there. I'm resting in power with the rest of the universe and everybody. So we're in the space today. Sita's in the house, coming in from North Carolina. Grateful to be here with you all today. We're grateful to have you. Superstars coming in from North Carolina. We love to have that energy into place. We also have, let me make sure, I didn't bring my glasses today. We got Kamisha's in the house. Grateful God allowed me to see my son become a father. I pray blessings over him and his son. Sister Jones, we pray those blessings too. What a grateful moment to be able to live, to be a grandmama. Come on. Isn't that wonderful? I don't know what title you're going to use. We had so many titles for my mom that, Big Mama, Grammy, Grandmama, G Mama. Yeah, everybody's claiming her. That's the way it goes, and that's the way love is. We're going to talk about that more a little bit later. Brother Justin is in the house. Dr. J. Good morning from Shreveport, Louisiana. Grateful for my breath this morning. We're grateful for you too, man, as you prepare to travel and move into your space of matrimony, as your business continues to expand. We send you the love, energy, and the space today. Terrell Lindsay and our wonderful Lindsay family in Arizona. from Arizona. Grateful for this time I get to spend with all my nieces and nephews this morning. Come on, nieces. Come on, nephews. Come on, family. Gather everybody together. It's a celebration moment. If you got kids, don't let them sleep today. My kids ain't sleeping. Oh, y'all sleeping? They ain't sleeping. Reason why they're not sleeping is when you have spiritual community. I'm not going to preach right now because it ain't time for that. But I will say that when you have spiritual community, it allows you the space to pass down generational wisdom, and that's what provides longevity. It's no secret that my mama lived to be 93 years old because she had a community around her. So you want to live long? All of the scientific studies and neurological studies will reinforce what I'm saying to you. And I'm so excited you're joining us today for Infinity Fellowship because this is part of community. All right. We have Michelle Mayberry. Hey, Sister Michelle in the house. Good morning from Texas. Grateful my health has improved. Thankful I'm feeling so much better. Love you, family. Love you too, sis. And we're speaking that radiant health will continue to amplify and that you walk through this winter season with your head held high, with strength flowing in your body directly from God, emanating from you into the world, not only healing yourself, but healing others. Oh, the universe is powerful in this moment today. Denzel Caldwell in the house. Brother D, love you and your whole family. Tell your mom and dad we said hey. Tell Brianna we said we love her. Seeing all the great things that y'all are doing in the world. Grateful to be here to celebrate Queen Mother Carr. Oh, this is going to be great. I can't wait till we get to the moment where we share a message and you get to chime in your stories on this thread so that people can see it, people can celebrate it, and we can keep that energy high in the space today. All right, who else we have? T, I'm putting them up. BJ Little's in the house from the Ponderosa. Grateful for life's journey. Coming in from Cunningham, Tennessee. I love it. Do y'all feel this? Y'all feel this? See what happens when you share something and other people catch it? Gratitude is infectious, baby. And it is the infectious ease of life as opposed to the infectious dis-ease of life. You're in a space of ease now when you share gratitude. We've got Lakeisha in the house. Lakeisha, good to see you, huh? Beautiful, grateful to be connected for this family and to this family. Yes, yes, yes. We were talking about you the other day with Sister Bernie's daughter. And we were making that divine connection to the Kane Avenue family that my mother was a part of and a mother deaconess for years that we were raised into the family Kane Avenue Baptist Church. So all the Kane Avenue folks who tuned in, shout it out. Let us know. Let everybody know. We got this circle being connected in the space today. We got Kevin in the house from Winter Haven. Grateful for the people who are helping me with my career. Grateful. When you settle in on what you're supposed to be doing, the universe will send you all the nouns you need to survive. You will have the people, places, things, and ideas that you need to move in alignment with where you're supposed to be. Because I want to remind y'all on Fifth Sunday that 2022 is the year of attainment. This is the year where you get the payoff and what? We live in the overflow. Y'all better come on. Y'all got dangerous combination of meditation, prayer, libation, gratitude, love, family, and coffee today. It's going to be on and popping. We ain't playing with the fellowship today. Elliot.
See? Oh my goodness.
Elliot Robinson. Okay, listen. I'm going to do this. Elliot Robinson says, I'm here in Nashville and I'm just grateful to be with y'all this morning. Guess what? Elliot, services are coming up on Friday. So shoot me a text. I'm going to shoot you a text afterward, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm not even going to do this. We're driving over here this morning and we're talking about Mama's favorite singers. And we're talking about how to pull people together for Mama's official celebration of life later this week. Kenetha, tell me what you said to me this morning.
And I said, Elliot would be great. This morning, on our way over. Like, it's got that voice.
You can't make this up.
Mm-mm.
So, Elliot, we're grateful for you. We'll see you this week. Just how alignment works, y'all. That's how alignment works. Mama is coming into space today. Lab is in the house from Philadelphia, PA. And I am grateful for the snowstorm because it cut down the street violence. And that's a shame to say, but true. That's not a shame to say.
We'll take it.
Because I don't know about you. I just keep hearing that organ. I don't know about you, but sometimes human beings, we think that we're all capable of doing things and we run into roadblocks sometimes. And it's in those moments where things get so bad that we start thinking about what's natural, but there's also something, what's natural is something that we can control, but there's also something that we do not control. And that's the weather, that's the environment, that's the circumstances of the cosmos, and that's the supernatural. So God said, we're going to shut it down one way or another. If y'all can't handle it, let me just cover everything in snow so there can be peace for a little while. So we speak that energy that Philly and the East Coast in there. Stacy Jackson's in the house. Good to see you, Stacy from Clarksville, Maryland. Love to see you every single Sunday. Grateful to be leaving a toxic work environment for a better paying position with a wonderful company. If you've been coming here, you know that our foundational teachings are law of attraction. We bring people together, all faiths, under this law of attraction thing. And those of you who have been practicing, you've been practicing staying positive. You've been practicing operating with an attitude of gratitude. You have been practicing your giving and your tithing and releasing things. You're seeing this fruit in your life. So we're dealing with things that you can prove. We talk about the proof here. So what an awesome testimony of gratitude. Man, this gratitude is, y'all notice this thing is infectious? Did I tell you that everybody now is realizing how good things are and they're giving it? Kamisha's in the house. Good morning to you from Garland, Texas. Texas is dear to my heart. Y'all know during the pandemic, my mom was down there and she quarantined. She stayed there. That's where she transitioned from the physical body. So all around in that area down there, Texas, thank you for sending your energy to our family and taking care of mama. All right, Tashana's in the house. Hey, good morning. Grateful for all the queen mothers guiding me, for not letting fear stop me from stepping out and trying new ways of living. Come on, y'all. Come on, moving past that fear. In the house there, we got Rihanna Anthony in the house who has been covering us with love, covering us with spiritual supplies. I mean, girl, you have been doing it. You have been doing it. I appreciate, our family appreciates you and what you do in the world. Good morning from Nashville. Grateful for the evolution of relationships and growing with people along my journey. Love your Carr family. Peace and power. Muscle arms to you now. We love you. All right. Sister Trizana Staples is in the house. One of our wonderful spiritual teachers who just is healing people in her own right all over the world. Peace, love, and light. Grateful for the times I spent learning from Queen Mother Carr and others. That's right, because used to be in Nashville, up in the space. And you know mama was all over this piece. Wow. Something to talk about later. We get into it. Stephanie Kathy's in the house. Grateful for the space to make mistakes, learn from them, and build anew. Come on, New Jersey. We see you, Steph. We see you. We're in the house today. We're grateful to have Carolyn Boyd in the house today. Grateful that I'm recovered from surgery. And the love and support of family and friends. Woo. Won't it heal you? Won't that energy be with you? Ending a great moment. It's awesome in the space. In the house today, we've got, let me lean into that. Mensa Webb, grateful and thankful for the Carr family from Nashville, Tennessee. Love y'all and my heartfelt condolences. Peace to you too. Oh, that energy is in here in that space today. Y'all keep telling people, keep tagging people, special lessons. And look, I'm going to tell y'all for later. Y'all better have something to write down something with today. Because I don't know what spirit is going to push through this physical shell. And I don't know what spirit, what download is going to come directly from the universe through my mama into this body. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be something special. And it's going to be something that you can use for the rest of your life in this space. Sister Helen Elokete, shoot, pet away. Hey, mama. We're so grateful for you. We're so grateful for you. She's so very grateful for having the most magnificent Queen Mother Carr in our world. And baby, you one of her favorites. Yes. Oh my goodness. You're one of her favorites. People have been talking about how she would always be up on the stage at the African Street Festival dancing with you. And she, every time she heard your voice echo through the world, she knew that everything was in alignment and everything was going to be in order. So I want you to know that, in case you didn't know, but I know you know, but in case you didn't, that this family affirms that. She saw that special energy in you, and now it's your turn. It's everybody's turn to step up in this space today. All right, let's go. Well, oh, and in the box, when somebody shares something, you know, in Infinity, we're an affirming group. So if you like what they share, put a big heart on it. We have people streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So we want to make sure that wherever you are, give people some muscle arms, some affirmations, because that's what this community does. And that's how we look out for each other. So we're in the space today, and we want to give thanks for all of you in generating this moment of gratitude. And now it's time for us to give the foundational principles that pull this community together. And we say it every single Sunday. We're going to bring Brother Tony I up for our statement of infinitude. Ashe.
Ashe.
Good morning, Infinity family. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me okay? All right, I do want to say before I get started, I feel kind of underdressed right now. Everybody got these cool shirts on and everything, especially blinging and stuff. This is the only thing I got right now. I mean, I'm living my best life, but hey, you know, we all know Mother Carr. She definitely lived the best life. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I definitely hope to live to at least see that long myself. But on that note, I do want to say good morning, Infinity. All right, and welcome into the Infinity Experience live online. Now, here at Infinity, we don't tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. That is an intensely personal and beautiful relationship. Now, here at Infinity, we affirm your unique connection. Whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, divine source. Now, what you see around you is the proof that it was showing off, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little model pose here, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. Yes, sir. Boom. Bam. Look at that, boy. Look at that. Woo! Little head to chin there. But I digress. Now, I'll say again, what you see around you is the proof that it was showing off when you were created after the same image and likeness. Now, it's time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at Infinity. We call that infinitude. Now, infinitude is defined in a dictionary, and yes, do look it up in a dictionary because it is in there, and I've seen it myself. The state or quality of being infinite or having no limits, because we know limit soldiers. I thought I told you. Now, we have a unique mix of faith backgrounds at Infinity, but what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude, and that attitude is gratitude, and that snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. Now, Snap is on your screen, and we recommend you take some time to meditate on both it and our statement of infinitude by visiting our website at myif.org. That's myif.org. Now, the S is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. And the A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. Finally, the P is for the what? Proof that our spiritual practice manifests fruit in our everyday lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you are all here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. Now, I invite you to join us in the affirmation of our statement of infinitude. We agree. Here we go. We're gonna put it on the screen for y'all. All right. Sorry, I jumped a little ahead of myself. There we go. Now, we agree that we are beings of pure eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, as it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or social economic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen, Amin, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Yay. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Brother Tony. We appreciate that, man, leading us through infinitude. For those of you who have not visited the website or are new, please visit us. It's at myif.org, or you can just Google Infinity Fellowship Nashville. This is the headquarters, but we are a global interspiritual community, and this is what we do. Spend some time in studying those concepts that are outlined in infinitude. Join us for an ancient wisdom class when we start those back up this spring. Join us for fellowship when we get back in person. And again, if you're interested in joining the Infinity Fellowship and making this your spiritual home, send us an email to infinitynashville@gmail.com, and we'll make sure that you get into our new members orientation so that we can continue to pour into you in the great spaces. First-time visitors, this is when we welcome you. We welcome you in peace. We speak peace, peace, wonderful peace as we sing on first and second Sundays. But as you hear that music undergirding us, just know that we are speaking peace into your life right now. If you are a first-time visitor at Infinity Fellowship, go ahead and type first time in the box right now so that people can place hearts on your name. They can place muscles on your name. They can do all of those wonderful things that we do at Infinity when we're in person, when we're in the space. Y'all know we hug, we high five, we just do all kind of showering with affection so that you can know that you are seen. But I want you to know in this space today that as the chief spiritual officer at Infinity, I get the delight every single Sunday of reminding you that you are seen. We see who you really are. And you're not just a human being who showed up today to have a spiritual experience. It's the other way around. You are a spirit who is navigating the human experience, just like the rest of us. And so we have a special greeting that we say here at Infinity to let you know that we know the 5 W's. We know the who, what, where, when, and why of how and who you are. So take a deep breath here. Exhale and release. Allow that peace energy to go through your spirit. Allow yourself to embrace that moment of gratitude. And as we say our visitors welcome, if this is your first time, you just received this. But I want you to see something in your mind's eye. I want you to know that there are people all over the entire world who are repeating the words that I'm going to say now after me. And they are repeating those words to you. So if you are gathered with your family today, if you're watching with your friends today, I want you to turn to them and I want you to hold your hands up and feel the life force energy of love going in their direction. And I want you to repeat these wonderful words after me. After taking another deep breath, exhale and letting it go. And as we transition that musical energy into our space of welcome, repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you are not alone. I'm with you, we're with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you are shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Give yourself a big high five. If you got family, give yourself some hugs. If you got the like button, hit it. If you got something in your spirit that you know is making you celebrate today, just get up and dance for a couple of minutes. We'll crank it for you. Brother Brad with the beat. And we give thanks in that moment today. In this moment, we are grateful. We are sharing. We are loving. We are creating. We are accepting all of the good that is for us. Breathe it in. Dance it out. Dance it out now. I'm going to teach y'all. Take that beat going. Tony, keep that beat going. Give me that camera right here. Give me that musician's cat. I think I'm tall enough for it. Give me the wide shot. I got to find this thing now. Yeah, Wi-Fi. I'm going to do this for Mama. Mama used to do this dance. Girls, y'all remember this? That's Mama's dance. That's Mama right there. But if y'all's at home, everybody at home, stand up and do that dance with me. A pop, bring it out. Pop, boom, pop. Mama drop her hands like that. Pop, ooh, pop, ooh, pop, ooh, ooh. Mama called that the trigger toe. That's that old, yeah. Y'all go see 1941 to 43 Cabin in the Sky. You'll see Eddie Rochester Anderson doing that dance. That's the trigger toe. I had to show y'all that. That's for you, Mama. That's for celebration energy. It's now time for us to pour our energy into the giving space. Oh, man. I can feel Mama say, yes, sir. You know, Mama say, yes, sir, all the time. So it's now time for us to participate in spiritual practice through giving. Giving is a vital part of any spiritual community. It is not just for the maintenance of the spiritual community. We have a dual benefit. Your giving allows us to exist as a fellowship. It allows us to beam into your house every week. It allows us to be there for people in times of need. It allows us to build innovative housing. It gives us the power to feed those who are hungry. And it gives us the moment of self-determination. Self-determination. That means as a community, nobody tells us what to do. Nobody dictates through their funds how we give praise. Nobody dictates how we love each other. No one dictates who can and cannot come to a space. We are completely independent because we as a community practice giving. We don't give from a space of lack. We give from a space of abundance. We recognize that the universe cannot bless you with abundance. It cannot bless you to be prosperous if you are giving from a space of lack. It will miss your vibration. Your vibrational frequency you control. And if you say, well, one day I'm going to give something to contribute to this space that pours so much into me, guess what's going to happen in your world? You're going to get the energy of one day. You're going to an abundance of one day, and you'll never reach that space. It is giving, and it's giving in proportion. There are people who make $10 a week out of an allowance, and they're young people, and they go to infinity, and they take $1 out of that 10, and they give it to infinity. And they keep that, they see that flow, because I know Sister Kenetha, when I see $2 come from them, I know that they got a boost in their allowance. It's like, oh, I got $20. I'm them at 10. So young people are even in the space of giving, recognizing that you can't beat God giving. You just can't beat. You got life, you got energy, you got divine purpose. So it's this moment that we pour back into the space. So we invite you to give now. Giving your offering, whatever the Spirit is moving you to give, as part of this corporate moment, whether you're giving on the replay, if you're watching the celebration later, or whether you are practicing that powerful tithing element, which is taking 10% of what you receive and returning it to the space where you receive your spiritual food. This is a community for people who don't fit anywhere else. More on that later. But because of that, we are growing, we are advancing, and we appreciate your partnership, not just with the Infinity Fellowship, but your partnership with yourself and your space of giving and receiving all the good in the world. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and let it go. We're not going to give just from a random space. We focus our thought, we focus our energy. That is an ancient wisdom concept, and we give with focus. So we're going to bring up our offertory affirmation and let it bless you as it has blessed me and everyone else who has put it into practice. Let us say it together. O limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Take a deep breath with me. Say, everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. You do got it good. So as we begin to give, as we begin to hit the restart on that one, Dane, so we can get that from the get-go. So thank you. All right, we're going to sing Everything is Good while we're giving. So we invite you to give. The ways to give are going to be on the slide on the screen. You can check that out now. You can give securely via Cash App. That's $ Infinity Fellowship. You can give via PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. You can give via international PayPal for those of you who give from around the globe, from Rwanda to Latvia to Belgium to London to the Bahamas. It's right there on the screen, infinitynashville@gmail.com. You can give via mail for the many of you who send in your tithes and offering. Infinity Fellowship, 641 West Nocturne Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. Everything is good.
Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, Oh, everything is good and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey,
Come on, voices.
everything is good. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, voices. Thank y'all. I got it good. See, isn't it great to give from a space of gratitude? Ever since I made that change, I used to be one of the old church skeptics. Y'all know I grew up Baptist. Mama grew up Baptist. Mama was Baptist. So mama never missed a tithe. You know, the Baptists used to get up, the people who were giving their 10% would walk up to the box where the preacher would stand up there and say, will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me in tithes and offering. You read from the 3rd chapter of Malachi. We would do that. Mom was faithful with that, but I also became an understander. Had divine understanding as I got to be grown that you don't get without giving. And it's dangerous when you become the people who want to get, but never want to give. And then you wonder why things don't ever manifest in your life. And you're always dealing with struggle and strife more than anybody else. Become a giver, release, and then the universe responds by doing the same. And it's not necessarily that you're going to put down $10 and get 1,000 back. That's gambling. That's not the way it works. You're not going to write a check for 1,000 and get 100,000 back. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes it's that you got blessed with miraculous health. Sometimes it's that your family members were spared from things. Sometimes it's a new opportunity that comes out of nowhere. It's not for us to predict. It's for us to affirm that works. So thank you for that moment. It is a part of the spiritual celebration. It is a joyful way for us to participate. So as we begin to move forward in the service and we get prepared to share a little of this knowledge and wisdom around the Queen Mother, we're going to find out what's happening in the world. And so we're going to get some announcements. So it's time for announcements with our leading lady, Sister Kenetha Carr. I almost said Queen Mother Carr. I almost said that too. I guess that's what's funny now, though. I hate to tell you, but you.
Hold on now. Hold on. I'm still dropping it in the streets.
I'm still in the streets. But now, just so you know, I got to tell you, now you're officially Mrs. Carr in Nashville. Okay. Mama was Mrs. Carr in Nashville.
Yes,
the people who didn't know, she was Mrs. Carr.
She was.
And so there were two Mrs. Carr. There was a Mrs. Queen Mother Carr, and and your mother, young mother Carr, young mother. Namaste.
Don't say, well, what is that Mother Carr in the street?
Exit. Stage left.
Okay, y'all. Look, we're gonna get
you see some of my mama's old pictures now. You in that far
she was
off.
a diva, though.
Yeah,
she was a diva.
Play.
She was such a diva. Okay, y'all. Well, good morning, Infinity. So, if you've got a manifestation you've seen in your life, go ahead and you want to report it as a standing ovation today. Go ahead and start typing that in the chat box right now. Okay, guys? If you've got a standing ovation, go ahead and type it in. So by the time we get to that part, we'll be ready to share all the wonderful things that have been going on. Well, welcome to January. Well, yes, January, the first month of 2022. It's 5 Sundays this month. The year of attainment. The definition of attainment is the action or fact of achieving a goal toward which one has worked, okay? As 2021 aligned you with purpose and dreams, this year it is for the big pay off, baby. So every single day, remember to speak aloud the mantra for the year, and that is, I live in the overflow. Again, let's say it together. I live in the overflow, and that's what we receive. Yes, our Queen Mother has risen to the heaven with the ancestors. We would like to thank everyone for their love, support, notes, food, and volunteering to help after the passing of Mother Carr in the early hours of the morning of January 19th. We are preparing to celebrate her life this week and would like to share the details with you at this time. We thank you for your patience and enthusiasm. So here's her celebration information. On Thursday, February 3rd, there will be a viewing and walkthrough visitation with the family from 6 to 8 p.m. Again, that's on this Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at Kane Avenue Baptist Church. That was her home church. Kane Avenue Baptist Church, located at 1025 12th Avenue South here in Nashville. Again, from 6 to 8, there will be the viewing and visitation, and that will be at Kane Avenue Baptist Church, located at 1025 12th Avenue South. All right, and then on Friday, February 4th, the celebration of life will be held at Mount Gilead Baptist Church. That is located at 4004 Lebanon Road in Hermitage, Tennessee. Visitation begins at 10 a.m. and the celebration starts at 11 a.m. If you would like to volunteer to usher or to serve, please respond to your text via remind or emails this week so that we can add you to the celebration. For our infinite streamers, the service will be streamed, okay, y'all, online via YouTube and Facebook. So we look forward to you joining us to celebrate the legacy of Queen Mother. Your feelings, we will feel you through that screen as well. In lieu of flowers, you may make a donation to one of Mama Carr's favorite charities, our Youth Performing Arts Academy, by taking a picture of the QR code on your screen, and you see that right there, and that's in lieu of flowers. It can be a donation to Mama's Carr favorite charities, our Youth Performing Arts Academy. We know she loved the children. She always was a big person about the Performing Arts Academy. All right. Everybody got that information? And if you have to go back or you need to tell someone to ask you, well, when is the funeral? Look, y'all get to go back on YouTube and rewind and get to that part. Get your information. All right, y'all. It is time for standing ovations. Yes.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yes, our high energy here it is comes from the practice of snap. It's why we keep snapping our fingers, and we're snapping our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That is spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded individuals every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then we're going to see examples of progress in our lives, and that's the proof. There's the snap. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. We'll call off your names as we receive them. When your name is called, we will snap our fingers to celebrate, and then at the end, we will give a provided collective standing ovation. Okay? All right.
Awesome. Okay, so standing ovations now. So y'all remember, get them in quick because we want to share something that you have manifested. We teach you every week, as Sister Kenetha said, about how to manifest those things in your world that you want. And of course, to align with your divine purpose. So type them in quickly so we can share our standing ovations. And we want to share them with the world so that we can celebrate all the good in your life. So our first standing ovation is from Kevin Holmes. I am learning a new plumbing skill, and it's pushing me out of my comfort space. I experience anxiety about losing my job, but I've been told that it won't happen and that I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Kevin. Yes.
Woo.
Yes. Yes. And when you learn a skill like plumbing, brother, you'll never be out of work.
Never. How about that?
Trust me. Some of us here put you to work because everybody is always going to have it. Especially, you know what? Plumbing, HVAC, patio furniture. These are the industries that skyrocketed during the coronavirus, during the pandemic, because people were at home and they were shut down.
Yes.
And, you know, I could give me a mini standing ovation that throughout our months of lockdown, 18 months at home, especially when we had all 5 of the kids with us, we didn't have any plumbing issues.
Is this wood?
That's some, yeah, it's wood. It's faux wood. Knock on faux wood.
Yes, what we did.
But grateful for you, Brother
Yes,
Kevin, in this space. And we are in this space right here. Andrew is in the house tonight. Young Otis has learned to buckle his seatbelt all by himself.
Well, come on, Otis.
Come on, Otis.
We miss him running. You remember he used to do laps around here?
Hey.
And we would just watch him. His hands go back and he was gone.
Oh, I remember, man. Otis, before we had child care, Otis would come in and Andrew and Karen would be in here. And I remember this was one of the first times that Andrew had come.
Yes.
And so Otis got in, he got ready, and we'd be up here holding service. And like you said, Otis would get into Warrior 3.
Get those
he would just
back and just start going.
Going in, circle. And Andrew came to you. Andrew came to after he said, Rev,
so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I said, no, man, come on.
No.
Man.
We were just like, go, baby, go.
Because we'd rather have him inside the spiritual space running around than not here.
He was so
excited about being
here. And then he'd be in class with you.
He'd be in class. Sister Alicia is in the house. Yes. She's here today, y'all. Madam President, she's here with us today. And he'd be running. Otis, hey, better to have boundless energy, excited about the space.
And now he can buckle himself.
Down. So he go from running around to buckling himself down. And Andrew, you know, look, we come from that Baptist tradition. There were times when people were preaching when grown men were running around the church. So
that's why I was like,
and grown women were running up and down. Once I was sitting in the church, it got so the spirit came down so hard. I was like, I was at Olivet Baptist Church at a concert. I said, whoa. I lifted my feet up. There was a dude rolling under the pews. He rolled from the front to the back and back again. I said, man, I
was like,
you can't predict it. You can't predict it. Awesome. Thank you, Brother Andrew. What an awesome space. We got Sister Sita in the house. Pleased to announce that my boss, Representative James Galliard, has officially announced his run for Congress. I'm so happy to be able to be a part of such a historic moment. Tell your business a little, Sita. Sita went from management and was drawn in, asked to come into politics. And now her space there has amplified her to be on the staff for a congressional run. So we're speaking Congress and all the energy that you put into this, Sita, manifesting for you. This is just, man, come on, y'all. Standing ovations in this house today. Sister Destiny Muhammad, the harpist from the hood. Right? She is doing it. Her and Chriswell out there in the Oakland area. I am blessed to be the Harrodsboro Jazz Festival 2022 Artist in Resident. First virtual presentation on 27 February 2022.
Go, Sister Destiny. Go.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes.
Google,
congratulations.
Y'all Google Destiny Muhammad. Y'all gonna see that she's an internationally known harpist.
Phenomenal.
And she doesn't just play, she sings too. She sings and plays. She's got the headset and she ain't playing with y'all. So awesomely talented. What an awesome standing ovation.
Woo, 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 woo.
Rihanna's in the house with a
Yes.
standing ovation. I am finally launching my spiritual product line this week.
Yes.
I have been birthing this project for
go.
almost 7 years. I am
Mm.
grateful for the journey. Stay tuned for the pre-order sale on Facebook with the fire. It is in there. We're speaking that you go from virtual to brick and mortar. And you go wherever you need. Open doors for you, Rihanna.
So needed.
You've been working, and you've been working with alignment. You saved a lot of people in community. You have chained yourself to buildings. You have stood up when people didn't stand up. You have done what you needed to do here in Louisiana, in Texas, and now you are embracing and walking in those things that you are gifted to walk in. And guess what? Now all of it comes together.
Yes.
It goes from alignment to attainment.
Yes.
Oh, speak to her. So thank you so much. We're in it. That clears us a standing ovation.
And Sister Alicia for the
Alicia.
show.
Oh.
Should we do that?
Sister Alicia Hamer.
She always does this.
She does do this.
She always
she
does
won't put
this.
it
She
in.
don't ever say nothing.
It has to be like Keita or somebody to share it in the box, and then we have to do that, which is good.
Yes.
Because he's full of that
Here
wonderful
we go.
humility.
So everybody can get themselves ready.
My kids back here playing. Sister Alicia is opening her play, Mean Girls, Schoolgirls, the African Mean Girls play.
Yes.
She is the director of the play.
Yes.
It will be held at the Nashville Repertory Theater at the Johnson Theater of the Tennessee Performing Arts Center. And it opens on February the 8th, the 10th. They practice on February 8th. But for you, it will be open February 10th.
Yes.
So come to see this remarkable play directed by our own Alicia Hamer.
Yes.
You've read about her recently in the Nashville scene and podcasts with the Nashville Repertory Theater. She's a director, actress, producer, and she is walking in alignment.
Now. Yes.
You go see this play. It's a cast of African-American women.
Yes.
It's set in Ghana, I believe, and it's all about the quest for beauty pageants, ancestry, the layers of African-American, the layer of skin color and shades and colorism, all of that wrapped up into something that is also pretty doggone funny, too.
Yay!
Where can you get
We'll
that?
be in the house. Congratulations!
Standing ovations. All right, good. Standing ovation I'm giving in advance for everybody who has contributed something to try to prepare for Mom Service, a celebration of life on Friday, visitation on Thursday and Friday. Listen, Mom is claimed by everybody. She belongs to everybody. Everybody, she's grandmother to many. I got a Facebook message from Kathy Dozier, who is one of our big supporters for building the tiny houses, all that. So Kathy Dozier is a seasoned white woman in Brentwood, Green Hills. And she was like, she is my grandmother. I am her granddaughter. She told me. And so that fierce claiming that's how Mama made everybody feel. So we get to come together to celebrate that from all walks of life. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But we want to give a standing ovation to everyone who is coming together during this process. We know that we could have done Mom at the Municipal Auditorium and had a full house. But we ask you to take care of yourself, to prepare yourself for Friday, and to be in that celebratory mode all week of reflection as we prepare. I give you all a standing ovation for loving on my mom and letting her love on you. So what do we do, Mama? All
right. So at this point, if you shared, I want you to have several seats. And the rest of us, wherever we are in the entire world, we're going to stand to our feet and give a standing ovation. Here we go. And so those are the announcements and ovations for today. So it is spoken, so it is received, so it is. Ashe.
Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land where I'm bound. Oh, there is love in that land. Say with me, there is love in that land. There is love in that land. Where I'm bound, you know that there is love in that land. There is love in that land. There is love in that land where I'm bound. Oh, don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't y'all wanna go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound, y'all? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land where I'm bound?
Yes, sir.
Man, you know there's some more verses to that. I ain't doing it. I ain't ready to do it right now. I'll sing that at another time. I'm ready to get on in there, y'all, because you know it's wonderful, and you know it's it's interesting. I didn't think about this, but you know when you see the juxtaposition of the screen, even right now, I just saw this when I looked. I'm like, my mama's like right right. I'm like, oh, hey, mama. She's right there over my shoulder, and I'm like, you know, the mama giving me that love right there on that ear, whispering in that ear these lessons from mom. Yeah, I am the baby boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the middle child, notorious middle child, and the baby boy. And and we are in the space today. I'm so glad that we have a space like this, and I'm so glad for the timing of Fifth Sunday. Usually on Fifth Sunday, we do something really special here at Infinity. We have a special message that this is how we do it. We have the women of Infinity. We have the men of Infinity. We have experts from around who share on their spiritual practice. And we really get a chance to do that with performers, singers,
get to see our online folks.
Yeah, we get to see our infinite streamers on the special Fifth Sundays. Yes. And so mom transitioned that space of out of the body. She transitioned that moment right on time. And so it made sense for us to dedicate today to her. And it gives people an opportunity to have some conversation and to learn some things about mom. And to have that intimate experience. For those of you who've been coming to Infinity since our inception, going on 8 years. This is our 8th year. This is our infinite year. For those of you who've had the opportunity to come in person and you've met mom and you know you've seen her here. I always tell people this was her second church home. And mom, when she would come, she would always just walk in the room and everything would always light up. And people, and she made everybody her children. That's just what a queen mother does. And that's what my mom did. And so we were blessed to have her in the space. When we first started, what is If Speaks every third Sunday for you newcomers and first timers, We welcome you in the space today. If you know, third Sundays, we have a conversation. Today's format is more like a normal third Sunday. And we do question and answers. And Mother Brunson at the time, who was in her late 90s, Mama at the time, who was in her late 80s and into her 90s, they would come and share with us that motherly wisdom with a crowd full of people, whether it was at Coleman Park or it was at Actors Bridge. They would come in and talk to people. And ultimately, there was no question that they weren't going to ask. At one point, I remember Mother Brunson during one of the If Speaks at the time, we call it Faith Speaks, she got up and sat down and she said, "What do y'all want? What do y'all want?" She was so practical. She said, "What do you want me to heal your life? You want me to heal your world? What do you want?" Simple things, though. Being a mom, being a mother, being a community member, loving and living. These are things that we get from our elders. So I'm going to tell you there are 2 or 3 quick things that we want to share about Mom. This is not a eulogy moment. It's a celebration. Mom preached literally by living her own eulogy. There will be speakers on Friday. There are going to be a ton of people, and there's going to be plenty said about Mom then, from plenty of songs sung, plenty of celebration energy that's coming. We're looking forward to that part of the ritual. For today, reminiscing on lessons that Mom shared with us that I will share with you because it's important, because it's a living memory, and because with all of the love that has been received around my mother and the life that she lived when she was walking on this earth, there are people ask all the time. You sat on her porch. Many of you sat on her porch for hours. You talked to her, you talked to my dad, and you just wanted to know the mysteries of life. Many of you got counseled through divorces. Many of you brought the people you were going to marry to my dad, to my mom, or to my mom after a while. Said, "Are they okay? I need you to discern if they're crazy or not." And my mom would just laugh and she would discern whether they were crazy or not, because she had that gift. It's one of the gifts. Many of you, if you were struggling in a low place, you went to my mom and my mama prayed for you. And I'm sure I'll say this again. There ain't nothing like mama praying for you. Mama prayed for with a Muslim in the name of Jesus. And they will leave grateful. Now they will still be like, inshallah, assalamu alaikum. But they'd be like, your mother healed me. I had Allah and Jesus. And so you could go to her on fresh off a yoga mat as a Buddhist or whatever. And she going to give you a prayer that is going to ignite your spirit and pull you together. So these are lessons that I give to you, that we share with you in these memory moments for the next few minutes here, that if you apply them to your life, you will see the legacy that my mother saw. And what a great legacy it is. There's a passage in the book of Going Forth by Day. For those of you who are into the deep names, the Kemetic names, it's the Pert M. Heru, or the Egyptian Book of the Dead, one of the oldest books in the world. And this is the meaning of life, that friends remember my name. And after long journeys, their warm voices greet me on the road home. So the memory, y'all, it's the memory. It's the storytelling. So 3 things I'm going to give you, and Sister Kenetha, we're going to help talk about these things because, like I said, you are other daughter, and, I got to give you props for all that you did, especially, 13, 14 years. Didn't go anywhere and didn't see you. Mom, y'all see Mama, y'all see Sister Kenetha, where we were going down, picking up stuff or getting on them chicken strips at the house. Mama got you with those chicken strips. That was a story to tell.
The chicken. It was
the chicken. It was the chicken strips. It was the chicken when you were trying to be a vegetarian. Yeah, that chicken turned your back for a minute. Yeah. So it'll do it. It'll do it. I almost ate some myself. I was like, man, I'll go in. Long story. We got a million of them. So First lesson from mom that I want y'all to take with you all today. Family first. Write that down. Family first. Family first. I think about a scripture. Mom and dad used to quote all the time, and I used to think they just quoted it to keep us from being bad. But they would say, honor thy mother and thy father, that your life may be long on the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee. Honor thy mother and thy father. That is the scripture they will quote all the time. But I also say with infinity in this community, and I say this wherever we are, if you're visiting today, I'm speaking that you are operating with community that reinforces your family. And however you define your family. Yes. That's not for us to define. Yes. Right? The family unit is the first point of contact for us when we enter this world. And it is the unit that sustains us throughout our lives. You don't want to go through this alone. Even if you have what they consider to be a traditional paradigm, an ancient paradigm, a modern paradigm, whatever it is, family first. Because everyone needs a place to go home to. Everyone needs a place. Sometimes your family, I'm going to say that, sometimes family is your blood. Sometimes family is the people who went through the mud with you. So some of us have a combination family where you lean on the people who share your DNA. When times get hard, you can go home. Sometimes you don't have that. Sometimes you got to lean on the people who are your friends who have been with you through the difficult times, and they are your family. They are the people who come to you when you're sick, and they don't judge you when something goes on in your life. That's the component pieces of family here. Because y'all know my mom would not judge you in a space. And when you ask mama to pray for you, I'm giving you this tip because this is family first. The family that prays together stays together. So if you don't have a ritual with your family where you do something, I don't care if it's just you smudge each other with sage. I don't care if it is that you just have a common prayer that you say over your meals. I don't care if it's something that you do when you travel that you speak into. Begin to develop the family rituals that put family first. And understand that as you speak things into existence together, teach your children to speak things in the present sense. Instead of, please give us something good, I receive the good right now. You hear the difference in that? You hear the difference? I receive the good right now. I claim the A's in school. I claim the new job. I claim this. The reason why I say this is for anybody who ever had my mom pray for them. I don't know if Spirit will have me say this again. At the ceremony when I'm not going to talk long, but I'm going to share something. And mama's in my ear here now. And I was like, well, mama, I thought that was for the celebration. She's like, no, that's for right now. When you pray for somebody, pray like my mama prayed. My mama didn't pray that you would start to see the world her way. You ever had somebody say, I want to pray for you, but that's coded language for, I need to convert you to my particular way of thinking about the world, to my particular way of seeing God. I need to pray that your soul is going to be saved from hell because I am judging you and thinking that I have the right way and your way is wrong and my way leads to salvation and your way leads to condemnation. Don't pray that prayer if you're thinking about my mama, because my mama's prayers were that you were going to manifest the thing that was best for you in alignment with God's will. She may not have understood what it was. She may not have known what that odd kind of church was that you were trying to start. But she's like, I'm going to pray for it. It's going to manifest. She may not know what a chief operating officer is and does. But she going to pray for you. She ain't heard of the difference between mean girls, African school girls, all of that. But she gonna say, baby, that's gonna work out. You gonna claim it, it's gonna work, claim it. Those of you know, I said, come on, Mama. Now, Mama would always say, just claim it in the name of Jesus. She gonna put it on everything. I love it. I love it. You be an agnostic and an atheist. And you, my baby, we're gonna claim it in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
And you say, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Claim it. Family first. If you feel that you don't have a family, if you feel that you are a motherless child, if you feel like you don't have a space, find the space of alignment with the people who have the same vibration and trust that the universe is going to do that. Some of you never even experienced this space before. On Sundays, you've been going to the park. I had people who on Sundays, they just didn't know what to do because they couldn't go into a traditional space because they felt condemned. And there was no space where they could bring their kids and their family. Community matters. Family first. You got this space. And we're always going to keep this space open for your family. And we're always going to be here to pour into you. We're going to be here for what you need. Family first. Anything you want to share on family first? Because you know.
Right. And no, I was thinking while you were talking, I was thinking about her being that person where she didn't like mess. So even if you came to her about something and she would listen to you, she'd hear it out. But the biggest thing for her was always making sure that she always ended it in something, saying something good about the other person or finding what you can find about the good for whatever it is.
Yes.
Or, I was like, that's the thing about her, even if you wanted to gossip, like a lot of people, families, you're going to gossip, you want to talk. And I never saw that with her, even if I was trying to vent. And she'd be like, all right, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, baby. Yeah. But we're going to claim it. We're going to pray.
Yes.
I was like, but Mama, you're not listening. What I was trying to say is, and she's like, I know that's how it can be. It can be like that. But we're going to claim it. We're going to pray about it. And God's always going to work everything out. It was like, okay, all right, Yeah, and she did. And whatever you had to find, however you had to find, because she was like, sometimes it isn't your blood, that's your family. Sometimes you have to find your own family, but you find the people that are in alignment with you. You find the people that when you're with them, that you feel good about that. You find people who will pull you on the carpet sometimes when things aren't right. I just, Yes.
And that was one of her sayings with the family. And family is about ritual too. Family's about ritual too. I'm giving thanks. I give thanks every day because people talk about things like my mama's greens and cornbread. And we still got it in the family. Still got the recipes. Still got all of those things. Listen, because we got 2 more points to make to celebrate with mama. Because the second point is going to align with everything else. But I want to pause in this before we wrap up family first and invite you, because so many people knew mom. Listen, use the chat box today because people watch this live and they watch it on a replay, and share your stories about mom. Share when you first met her. Share something good she shared with you. Share something that you appreciated with her. Just share it in the chat box and we can read it. I actually can see it real time. Right now, I can keep an eye on the chat stream so that I can see it line up. And it really does feed our spirit and it feeds the spirits of people who are out there. We won't post a lot of comments, but we are keeping an eye on the chat feed so that you can share your personal experience. Something good that you learned from mom or watching mom. Go ahead and contribute that in the chat box. So, family first, y'all. Second point, one of mama's sayings, in decency and in order. Mama liked to have things done in decency and in order. Those of y'all know that. So go through life in decency and in order. I can't speak except for as a father to what that means to raise a daughter as a mother figure, because that's a motherly thing. But mom had a particular connection to women as a queen mother, and she always did things in decency and in order. Mom had a sense of style.
Yes.
I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna let you talk about this, Sister Kenetha, because one thing that Mama did, she recognized that how you present yourself to the world is just an outward reflection of how you really feel about yourself.
No, that was one of the first memories of Mom was that when I saw her walk in the room and she had that silver hair and she didn't have she never had her hair just like, that hair was fly. It was like moving to the side. It'd be tucked under and, had those perfect curls. And then she'd have on some like suit. Sometimes it was a pantsuit. Sometimes it was a full dress. And she would come in and she would stand in there and then you would just be in awe because you were like the beauty. I mean, and she always stood up straight when she would get up, even when she was getting older. And I remember she'd get up from the couch and she'd count herself in and she's like, one, she get on up. And then even if she felt like she wanted to kind of slump, she'd stand up straight. Yeah. And then I'd see her just hop out the house and just start walking and getting in the car and, doing all of this. But I was like, the thing about her is that she always had exuded this element of what it means to be a woman. Yes. And to really embrace that element of all that it looks like. But you find your own, like she was always about that. You find your own thing. You find your own style. You find what works for you. But when you step out of that house, you're going to step out right. And you're also going to make sure that all your kids look good. You're going to make sure that their hair is done, that everybody looks good, they're presentable. And then y'all step out as a clan and y'all are all right. But that's, I just would watch her and everything because, I'm not going to go too deep because, yes. But I would just look at her and I was like, what is that? But I also know that it's seasoning, right? And even in our experiences, because I would like personally share my own testimony and things that I've been through in life. Yeah. And a lot of times people would be like, oh, she's not going to do nothing because she's been through this and she's gone through this. And, who wants to be, they'll count you out. But she never saw that. It was like, that essence of when they see God in you, yes. They see it in you. She always saw that, like in everybody. She always saw the beauty. She always saw what you were supposed to be, not how you were feeling in that moment, but what you were supposed to be. And so I was like, what is it? But it was the seasoning. It was the confidence in who you are. It was, you've got all of this stuff inside of you. You've got this powerful thing and spirit inside of you. Why else would you not walk with your head up high? Why else wouldn't you take care of yourself on another level and step out there to show what God has created? This beautiful being, this beautiful personified in God. Come on. Why wouldn't you come out and step out like a diva or step out like that man or step out like whatever it is that you claim? Why wouldn't you step out there with that confidence to show what this beautiful thing that was created, and you put your name on that, whoever you are? Why wouldn't you step out? So
that's particularly good. We tend to shed in this effort, especially culturally, across cultures. Because again, I'm gonna say with Mama was a multicultural mama.
Yes, she was. Yes.
So if we're going to tell about Mama now, Mama had black children, white children, black grandchildren, white grandchildren, Asian grandchildren, Asian nieces and nephews. Yes. I'm just saying, this is who Mama was. The power. August Wilson said that the quickest path to universality is cultural specificity. So in other words, you be who you are. It allows people the gift of being who they are. But when we get into this space of awareness, sometimes we tend to want to shed all of the so-called expectations of the larger society. But listen, Mama was always classy.
She was. And she's like to match too. Because even to the time she'd be like, but no, baby, not that purse.
Yeah, I'm matching.
Give me my other purse. So like
shoes.
Shoes. Shoes. She did have a
Shoes.
lot
Mama
of
said,
shoes.
we're going to sort through.
A lot of clothes.
Or his mama used to hum, I got shoes. You got shoes. All God's children got shoes. When we get to heaven, we're going to put on our shoes. We're going to walk all over God's heaven. Mama walking with her heavenly shoes now. We got to deal with the rest of the earthly shoes. There's a lot of sorting. Keep us in prayer in Nashville. Because on the home front, we got some sorting to do. But she was sharp. But I say that to say that in these lessons, because I hope y'all writing this down. And look, Tony just going to put up some random comments. Whoever's putting comments in, we'll put up the highlights as he feels fit. We won't read them. But again, there'll be so many to read. But just as they pop up, you'll be able to see them on the stream and then refer to them. And again, what you're contributing to the conversation is mom's legacy too. But keep in mind that representation space. And that representation space is the reflection of how you feel about yourself. Mama was from that generation of you don't just go to the store looking any kind of way. You don't just present yourself when you go and it's time for you to speak. You don't go in there looking shabby, looking raggedy. You go in and you present yourself as a representative of who you are and your family and your representation of the universe and how you see God. You God's representative on this earth. So if y'all want to be like mom in that way, if you want to say, hey, Queen Mother taught me some things, demonstrate that by how you present yourself to the world and you present yourself in decency and in order. Another thing mama did do, like you said, I'm telling you, and if those of you who know mom, you could go to her event. You could go try to get her on your side. You go try to turn her. None of that ain't happening. She's a listener who's going to hear. She's going to hear what your issue is and offer to pray for you. Oh, wouldn't that be so awesome? To eliminate conflict in our various communities if we operated with that same principle. Doing things in decency and in order, respecting people enough to listen to them, doing things and making sure that you set things in place so that you weren't just showing up half prepared in the world. Show up. Be who you are. Family first, in decency and order. The last thing that I'm going to give y'all, and I gave y'all a little bit on that dance. Have fun. Have fun. My mama had so much fun in life. My mama had that hoot and laugh. And if she got tickled by something, it wasn't no stopping. I'm going to go ahead and tell this story now, so I don't have to tell it at the live stream at the service on Friday. But my mom, when people tell me back in my stage days that I was exceptional on stage, I have done some plays where I was on stage across from somebody, and it was so hilariously funny. If you hold it, it becomes more funny, but it was so hilarious funny. And I never broke on stage. And it wasn't because people weren't funny enough to break me. It's that if you can survive the laughter of Kathy Carr in the front row for something that you're doing, you can survive anything. I did one man show at the Ryman. Mama was on the front row. One man show at Fisk. Mama's on the front row. Nat King Cole, mama's on the front row. Every play that we did, every school program that these kids were in, mama in the front row. I did this hilarious intellectual juxtaposition of the black artist against opportunities. And the black actor in this show was this educated Master of Fine Arts degree scholar who talked with a British accent, and he was so good. But then part of his transformation was the role is he had to be in blackface because that's all was available for him. And I traveled around the country with this show, and I would prepare and talk about my education, and then I would be putting on my makeup, and I would turn around, and I'd have on these overalls and complete blackface with white around my mouth and my eyes, and the audience would completely get it. Everyone would be aghast. It would just be this gas. And they would get the point. They would just say, man, that's so terrible. When I turned that blackface around that first time and mama was in the front row. See, mama lived through that era. So, mama was born 1928. So when people talk about minstrel shows and all that, that was entertainment for mama. Mama saw me with my butt stuck out and that blackface. And all I saw was the shoulders first. Then I saw the hand come up.
Yes.
Then I saw the lean. Then I heard it. And at this point,
like trying to do the sound.
you know, the more
okay.
serious I am, the more the point goes. And, you know, it was crazy because it's not supposed to be funny. And all I could think is, Mama, this is irony. And all of it, then she hear this laugh. And then eventually people were laughing not at me, but at Mama. And I'm up here trying my best to hold it. I'm thinking about kittens being lost.
Going in even farther.
I'm thinking about towns being flooded, and I'm trying to do it, and she's. I don't know how I survived. But after that, no, man, ain't no cracking me on stage. Because you could survive that. If it was funny, Mama laughed. And she laughed loud. If the music came on, Mama is gonna dance.
Oh, she would dance. We would dance. She'd get Daniel and she'd try to get him to dance with her and the girls and all that. She liked doing that little thing. We'd be like, go, Mama, go. And she'd get that little foot going.
She's like, hey. And she, up to her 90th, her 90th birthday party. You know, when COVID came and again, she began to decline. Her body, you know, just couldn't hold her spirit anymore. Mama always had fun. And when you discover old pictures of my mama, you know, in her teens and 20s, she had her purse, she had her hair flipped up, she had her hand on her hip, and she had fun. So we tend to think that once we become culturally aware, once we become focused on our divine purpose, once we become laser focused, that we got to stop having fun. Y'all stop propagating that lie. Stop propagating the lie that were you to be focused on who you are, that you ain't supposed to have any fun anymore. When my brother-in-law, Randy Fuller, played in the NFL, whether it was the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether it was in the Super Bowl, whether it was the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, whether it was the Seattle Seahawks or the Denver Broncos, and my sister would say, Mama, come, we want you to come to this game. With my mama was the loudest person in the dadgum stadium. When my brother was walking across the stage and getting his degrees, she was the loudest person hollering. I don't know. My mama may be the reason why they got these rules at graduations. Talk about don't have any outbursts. Because that's the fun she had. When she's in the house with us, she was dancing. She was laughing. She watched, she laughed with Joshua and Daniel. Her and Jamoke would just keep cackling. Jamoke's doing her hair, making sure it's done right. Kai and Kamari are in there singing their songs. Kamara's in there chopping the wood, doing her dance and wiggling across the floor. And all you hear is my mama hollering. If I drive up to the house, I hear my mama outside. So listen, laugh, have fun, interact with people. Do not let your pursuit of who you are in purpose make you be the unfun person in the room. Can you dare to light up the room when you walk in? Can you dare to laugh? Can you dare to find the things that fortify who you are and enjoy doing it? Because guess what? If you are purposeful, and I'm teaching you this right now, if you are living and walking in your divine purpose, isn't that something to be grateful for? Isn't that something you're supposed to celebrate? Isn't it something you're supposed to be excited about? Can't you find something in your life that you can be grateful for? If you got your kids sitting around you right now, can't you be grateful? My mom had a divine gift in living. She outlived her kids. She lived to not have to bury her kids. It's the other way around. So when we're in this space, what a gift. I wish that gift for me, for you, for all of us. I wish that same gift to you at home. So if you living and you breathing right now, have some fun this week. Do something you love. Find a space that you can get in touch with to fortify who you are. That's how you honor.
And I just
Go
the
ahead.
words. She would always tell me to slow down.
Oh,
She'd be
that's
like,
a good one.
"Baby,
I'm adding that one.
slow down,
Slow down.
slow down," because I was like always going about and doing and doing and doing and just, baby, slow down. She tell the grandkids, "Oh, hold on, slow down," because it was that thing of being like paying attention to what is going on around you and take a moment to savor everything that is happening. You don't want it to just go by so fast. You just say so busy with
Yes.
something. You always have something going on. You always have something to do that you miss all those little details, or you're missing the good things about life, or you're just missing. I think that was her big thing about wanting to sit on the porch.
Yes.
Was just to sit.
Yes.
And then you sit and you talk and you sit and you watch and you sit. You pay attention to what is happening. But she would I'm hearing her say that, Mama, yes. Slow down. Slow down, baby. Slow down. Slow down. Take a minute. Slow down. Because she was like, you want to live long and you don't want to put harm to yourself. She was always about that. You take care of yourself. You don't want to harm your body. You don't want to harm this vessel. You want to take care of it. You don't want to do too much because the stress isn't good for you. So you just slow down. You do what you got to do to take care of stuff, but you slow down. Yeah, Mama.
So y'all, I'm going to give that. These are the gifts that we give to you today. I hope you wrote them down. If you're watching the replay, write them down. Listen, I don't care if you got a DDS, if you got a PhD, if you got an OPP or a JD or MPH or MRS or MR or whatever degrees you got or don't have. These are life lessons. I'm so grateful to have this space called the Infinity Fellowship. I'm grateful my mom got to see it and pray it into manifestation. Because some people needed a spiritual home where they fit. I'm grateful this is here. It's going to continue. It's going to continue to grow and expand. We're going to continue to be here for you. I'm so grateful. I'm also grateful that we're able to share these lessons in a space that aligns with the 4 spiritual principles of Infinity Fellowship. What are those 4 principles? They're SNAP. Say them with me. The S is for what? Spirituality. Get in touch with the God of your acceptance and understanding and pull yourself together around that in rituals for you, your family, and your circle. The N is for what? Nurturing. Nurture yourself and other people. Don't just sound like I'm repeating what we said from Mama. It is. Right? Third thing, action. That's the A. You got to do something with this. I tell everybody every week, y'all know this, information isn't enough. Because when you absorb information, it then becomes knowledge. But then knowledge ain't enough. Deep knowledge is not enough. It ain't going to save you. It's not. You can list every reference in the world. It ain't going to do anything for you because you then have to do something with it. That's taking action. When you take action based on that knowledge, it becomes wisdom. Because wisdom is developing practices that produce fruit. And that's why the P is last and it's what? Proof. Proof that what you're doing is manifesting reality. And I say it as I tip my hat to Mama. Because I ain't talking about 23 years. I'm not talking about 33 years and here's something I learned in a book. I'm not talking about 43 years and here's something I found out about on a TikTok video. I'm not talking about 53 years and this is something my cousin said. I'm not talking about 63 years and this is something that I saw in a movie. We're not talking about 73 years. And this is something that I saw in a comic book. We're not talking about 83 years. And this is something some dude on YouTube said. And this is, I'm talking about 93 years of actual living. The only degree my mama ever had in her life was the degree to which she could look left, right, up, and down. That's the only degree she could ever have. My mama left school in the 10th grade, baby. So all of this wisdom we telling y'all, my mama would say there's a difference between taught sense, you listen, and bought sense. You have to pay for it through hard lessons. Now my mom had this energy about her. All of this divine wisdom is 93 years of proof, baby. So we gift it to you today as we salute Queen Mother Catherine Hayes Carr. And as we close today's divine service, we speak that you remember these things. There's something that Mama said in her ear, because a lot of people say, we got tributes coming in. We got people chatting in the box. I love it. Put it in there. But as we begin to close today's service, I heard Mama say, represent me. Represent me. But represent me by representing yourself. Represent me by representing yourself. Family first, in decency and in order. Have fun and slow down.
Slow down, baby. Slow down.
You ain't getting a better gift than that. You ain't getting it. So as we celebrate and we prepare for this week, Tony, put up the slide again for me for the services. I'm sharing that with y'all again on the screen so y'all can have that. As we pay tribute this Thursday, we're going to be there at Kane Avenue Missionary Baptist Church from 6 to 8. Those of you who know the family, just come through, walk through, view Mama's earth suit is being prepared for that viewing. Pay your respects. Come on through. We'd love to see you. Friday morning, 10 o'clock visitation. Shout out of thanks to the Mount Gilead family, Pastor Brianna Steve Mitchell, for allowing us the space out there in Hermitage to have Mama's celebration of life, which begins at 11. If you want to send condolences, the reason why we have the address here is because we can send it here to make sure that you get it. If you want to send something for anybody in the Carr family, you can send it here and we'll get it to where they need to go. One space that we have available is the scholarship for Mom. We put a dedicated scholarship fund, a Performing Arts Academy here at Infinity Center, our community outreach. That space is for all of the youth that Mama loved here. There will be other spaces of giving. I want to acknowledge that there are some scholarship funds being put together for Mom. Look for those. Just in any way, in lieu of flowers, put it in a space that's going to allow us to pass that on in a powerful way. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. So look, we want y'all to continue to live. We want y'all to continue to love. We want y'all to continue to love and comfort each other. You see somebody in the family here, at home and abroad. Give them some love. Give them some support. Send those prayers up. Take the lessons that we learned today and put them into the world. So we love you guys. We are going to speak in this moment that all of the lessons that have been learned, oh God, are lessons that will provide a better life for those who gathered in this moment. We speak that the blessing of family goes forth into people's worlds, and that we pull people together based around a circle of love and light, just like Mama would. We speak in this place that some lesson has been absorbed that will improve our physical existence on this earth, such that when we are done with these earth suits and we join the ancestral realm of heaven, that we can then from that side continue to shower love back on those of us who are still in this space figuring it out. We speak that love emanates today. We speak that healing emanates today. We speak that celebration and gratitude is the order of the day. And we speak through the period of mourning, the recognition, as Brother Maladoma Patrice Somé said, that the tears of the ancestors are what usher, the tears of the living are what usher the ancestors into the heavenly realm. So as we flow, as they come, as they go, we send her out in a powerful way. Most powerful way we can send that recognition is by living, is by loving, is by being. We proclaim these things to be true, and we welcome them as such. And we say together, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Deep breath in, exhale and let it go. Y'all, thank you for joining us for Infinity Fellowship today, 5th Sunday. Next Sunday, we're going to be back, 1st Sunday. Voices of Infinity, energy and love in the house. We appreciate you joining us in this moment. Like, subscribe, share. Infinite streamers, we love you guys. There's a fact that you can't change, all right? And as Mama said, I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Can't do one thing about it. So let's keep living, let's keep loving. And we speak in this space, our benediction for today, we speak that the love of God, the power of the cosmos, rest, rule, rock, and abide with you from this moment, henceforth, now, and forever. Let us put the slide up to say amen. And we can speak them and know. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Right. Sending peace and love to you guys. Sister Kenetha.
Yes.
Carr.
Yes.
Now Mrs. Carr in Nashville. Taking up the mantle. Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr. Reminding you guys to keep living and keep loving. Peace and blessings.